夜の離島、カルタ屋の前に一人の男が佇んでいた。巷の人混みからある凄腕の挑戦者の名が聞こえてくる。彼の戦績と名曲の数々が語り草になっているようだ。
上昇を誇るカモの道風まで死はいるか。
ここです。けど心構えはできてますかね。ここの神は一度だって負けたことがない。
そうか。俺は国中のつわものを打ち負かしてきた。苦しむ私に神が慈悲をくださり、俺はカルタの頂点にまで上り詰めた。
うつろな目をした挑戦者はそうつぶやき、奥のカルタ屋へと進んでいく。
ああ、神のおぼし飯に違いない。カルタは果てしない苦しみの中の俺の唯一の救いなのだから。
青年たちは挑戦者を見送りながら彼の悲惨な過去を語り始める。
あいつには優しい両親と最愛の妻、そして可愛い子供がいたらしい。でもある日、彼が打ち負かした一人の男に皆殺しにされてしまったとか、あいつは一夜にして全てを失ったんだ。今のあいつにあるのはカルタだけ。あれ以来一度も負けていないみたいだぜ。
彼ならお上に勝って噂の勝利のお酒を飲むことができるのかも。
それより負けたらお上に代償を支払わなければいけないって本当か。
むしろここの挑戦者たちはみんなそのため来ているんじゃないか。
だったら勝負はもう決まってるよな。
でも彼はどうも一味違うようだ。彼はカルタの勝負に人生をかけている。もしかしたら勝てるかもしれないよ。
再び扉が開き、今までにない長い対局の終わりを告げる。そして扉の奥から出てきた男は顔をほころばせ、人々に別れの言葉を伝えた。
お上に勝ったんですか。
いや、負けた。もう頂点に立つものとは言えないな。
そう、わざと負けたのか。あなたほどの挑戦者でもそうなのか。
俺はずっと忘れたかった。これでもう悲しまなくていい。お上の勝利の酒は誰も飲むことがないだろ
う。眠らない町の賑やかな下町、その中でもひときわ栄えているカルタ屋。浮世離れした美しく華やかな場所である。カルタ屋の中は人であふれかえり、その中心には若い女将カルタが座っていた。挑戦者が来るたび、彼女は用意していたカルタを宙に回せ対局を始めるのだが、
みんな今夜も存分に楽しんで。このカルタ屋で嫌なことはみんな忘れちゃおう。
突然カルタ屋の門が開き、いよいよ今宵の挑戦者が現れる。
あなたが噂の道風の弟子、友人からあなたのことを聞いて。
お客さん目つき怖いよ。これはカルタの対局で狩りじゃないんだから。みんなもそうだよ。ここは快楽を求める場所なんだから、笑顔でいなくちゃね。そうだ、今夜一番可愛い笑顔を見せたお客さんに贈り物をあげちゃおう。
とにかく始めてくれ。
今宵の挑戦者はなかなかの実力者だが、勝負の間際に挑戦者は視線をカルタの裏の図柄に落とした。
君も思い出を捨てるためにわざと私に負けちゃうんだ。その手にある貧相な手札はまるで君のこれまでを物語ってるみたい。本当にそれでいいの？思い出はそんなに単純じゃない。よく考えた方がいい。
挑戦者の手が震えている。そして彼はゆっくりと手前の札を翻した。きっと十分に苦しんだのだろう。彼は負けた。空白の札を前に彼は目を閉じる。 と同時に悲しい過去が幸せな思い出とともに消えていった。妻子が亡くなった夜のことも、共に過ごした楽しかった日々のことも彼の記憶から薄れていった。
あれ、俺はどうしてここに。まあいいか。
苦しみの前では人間は簡単に心が折れちゃう。小野の道風はどうして私にこんなことをさせているのかな。私が負けたら本当にその意味がわかるのかな。
花札に囲まれながらカルタは座っている。その視線はなぜか花札に釘付けになっていた。花札の裏にはこれまで挑戦者たちが捨ててきた悲しくも退屈な思い出が描かれている。
自分の過去を捨てちゃうなんて。
その表を見ると悲しみの過去と対をなすように挑戦者たちの幸せな思い出が書かれている。
過去を捨てたら幸せだって忘れちゃうのよね。
青い蝶が飛び去り、いつの間にか謎の人物が柳の下に立っていた。年を感じさせない彼女の姿は記憶の中のままだった。
あなたは。
彼女の手には5枚の光札がある。交互に変わっていく表と裏の絵柄、まるでカルタが選んだ過去を呼び起こしているかのようだった。過ぎ去りし日がよみがえる。柳の木の下で謎に包まれた人影がカルタの前に立つ。そう、この人物こそ小野の道風なんだ。昔々人々は尊敬の念を込めて光札の名で彼女を呼んでいた。
待って、私の願いを一つ聞いてくれない？悲しい思い出を全部持って行ってほしいの。
謎の人物は振り返り驚きながら少女を見つめた。
全部持って行って、小野の道風。私辛くて辛くて毎晩眠れないの。
記憶が色あせていく。カルタを囲む花札の絵柄が変わり始める。客人の過去が薄れ、代わりにカルタの忘れ去られた過去が浮かび上がっていく。謎の人物は正体を明らかにした。そう、彼女こそあの不知火だ。
私はいろんなことを忘れちゃった。私たちが交わしていた約束も。
青い蝶が飛び、ちょうどカルタのまぶたに止まる。カルタにはわかる。これが不知火が自分に与えた最後の機会であると。彼女は腕を広げ、目の前の花札を抱きしめた。湧き上がる思い出の本流の中、まるで自分の声が聞こえたような気がした。
よかったね、カルタ。あなたはようやく負けることができた。
This headache is killing me. My bones are falling apart. With great effort, opened his eyes. The surroundings were silent. The full moon, hanging in midair, poured its pale and blinding light through the window. It was only when his head pressed against the hard wooden floor that he realized he was lying on the floor, not in the soft bedding. As he propped himself up, the scene before him was astonishing. Shattered glass scattered around like ice shards. The low table was overturned and the books were torn apart. Everything was messed up. Was I attacked by thieves? However, there were no signs of theft. Looking around, he spotted a familiar folding fan. Beneath it, a small pendant was engraved with a familiar inscription. Finally, recalled his own name. Gonna name him Sasuke. Yes, I am Sasuke. This is my home, but how did it come to look like this? Think harder. Could it be that some monster broke in and I fought with it, eventually getting injured and fainting? No. The scattered items are small, the larger objects haven't been moved. It doesn't look like there was a fight, but someone has made a scene. A dull pain throbbed in his head, and the image of the angry person who had made the scene gradually became clearer. It was Sasuke himself, as dust colored the window yesterday. Sasuke had been alone in his cold house, drinking one cup after another. His throat had hurt, yet his chest had felt so empty that he heard an echo within. No matter what he tried, nothing filled it. But Sasuke couldn't remember where the emptiness had come from, or what had caused it. The feeling was like trying to catch the moon reflected on the water. He reached for the surface, but no matter how deeply he went, it was all in vain. When drunk, you suddenly flipped the table. What did I lose? The last memory was of the forlorn face reflected in the copper mirror. Sasuke had smashed that mirror with his own hands. There was no monster. I forgot something important. But why did I forget? A Hanafuda card suddenly fluttered down from the top of the cabinet, covering a corner of the shattered mirror. Looking at the card, Sasuke remembered everything. In Same's courtyard, the four of them were each busy with their tasks. In the early spring, the faint sunlight filtered through the bamboo curtains. The deer's scars, crisp sound echoed over the flowing stream. Purple hydrangea buds, covered in morning dew, gently swayed in the wind. On the small tea table, next to the stone lantern, the steam rising from the hot tea hinted at the coolness of the early spring in the courtyard. This is the pond snow water from last year, now perfectly suited for brewing tea. Huh? Early spring and late fall don't feel that different. Tea still tastes cool and refreshing. Karuta stood on her tiptoes to tidy up the bookshelf, and the scrolls on the top fell. Yabikuni caught them just in time. I will take care of these. You can go to play with Kwaku. Kwaku's nose brushed against the tender grass tips, his tail impatiently sweeping up scattered fresh thorn. He let out a deep sigh. The flowers in the courtyard, why don't they bloom? Take a closer feel. The spring breeze is clearly warmer than the fall wind. Well, forget it. I'd better get moving and practice archery. That warms me up better than drinking tea. Just as Hiromasa stood up, there was a series of knocks on the gate. Hiromasa opened the door. And you are? Sorry, is this place Master Same's courtyard? Hiromasa, put your arrows down for now. Hello, I'm Same. Can I help you? Masters, please help me. I caught a weird disease. Hold on, at least tell us who you are first. Oh, sorry. My name is Sasuke. And what do you mean by you caught a weird disease? I forgot something important to me. Please help me out. Please see this. Sasuke handed a Hanafuda card to Sane, who carefully examined the object. It has a scent of spirit on it. Everything is connected to a Hanafuda house, and its owner is called Karuta. Not long ago, on the Isle of Sorrow, I played a game of Hanafuda card with the owner, Karuta. In that game, I lost to her. Her rule was that the winner could take a golden leaf, and the loser had to offer up a piece of memory. So at that moment, I chose to give Karuta a piece of memory that wasn't important to me. At first, I thought forgetting useless memories was a good thing. But gradually, along with that memory, some more important things have also disappeared. It was as if I lost not just that memory alone, but also some beautiful, precious things. Although I can't recall what that precious thing was, no matter how hard I tried, I'm certain it was hidden within that piece of useless memory. If that's the case, then why don't you go find Karuta and redeem it back? A place like the Hanafuda house, if you go all in on the table, but try to back out and deny it afterwards, you'd probably be kicked out before you even asked, right? Shame. That owner has always had a reputation for being unbeatable. To take back the memory I lost to her with my current abilities, it's simply impossible. After much thought, I decided to come to you. You are the only ones who can help me. Winner takes gold leaf, loser offers memory. I'm interested in the person who makes such rule. In fact, I have long heard that there's a Hanafuda player active on the Isle of Sorrow. Those who lose to her in a game often become anxious, though they don't yet know what the root cause is. Interestingly, you are the second person who invites us to go to the island. The man unfolded an invitation letter with swirling red and blue patterns. As the letter opened, a faint, fragrant scent filled the air. Someone using the alias Onmyoji has also invited us to the island. Kohaku, who was chasing butterflies nearby, rolled over and eagerly asked, "So, are we going to have a spring trip?" The group arrived at the Isle of Sorrow by water. By the time they arrived, it was nearly dusk. The golden light spread across the sea, and the bow of the boat broke through the shimmering waves. Even before stepping onto the dock, they could hear the sound of instruments carried by the wind. I've heard that after the Great Fire, the market street was rebuilt, and it's quite lively now. The Hanafuda house is at. Please follow me. It's not a place where normal business should be. Master Sasuke, are you sure it is the right way? Opening a business in such a dark corner, it wouldn't be involved in anything shady, would it? To find this place is not easy. However, every day, so many people visit the Hanafuda house that the threshold is almost worn out. So, no matter how hard it is to find, the customers still come in droves. We're here. Everyone looked up. The curtain outside the door was old and on the verge of falling. Behind the curtain was a gilded sign cabaret and cards. The entrance is this way, please. As the large door swung open, the first thing that caught the eye was a massive screen. Painted on it was a scene of the Isle of Sorrow, where sea waves and flames seemed to be intertwined. And the stark contrast to the bleak scenery outside the interior was a whole new world. Cabaret and cards was vast inside, with winding corridors and staircases rising from the ground, creating a strange space. Laughter and chatter filled the place, while attendants swiftly navigated through the crowd, carrying tea. It was a lively and bustling scene. Hello, you are seeking casual play or challenge. Casual play. Challenge. The night is cold. Please have some hot tea first. Why is there a goldfish swimming in it? The moment Hiromasa touched the rim of the cup vanished instantly, and the tea spilled out. The water was not hot. When it reached Hiromasa's hand, it disappeared without a trace. Illusion. Countless Hanafuda cards flew up from the table, overlapping in mid-air, winding upward to form a staircase. Stepping on them, a girl descended gently. A banquet with flower and breeze, a floating reflection of the pure moon. A Hanafuda card shot towards the maid's ear, but as it reached the man, it halted. Instantly in midair, he didn't even move a finger. Oh, a real master Onmyoji. Before anyone could get a clear look at her face, she had already slipped behind Kohaku, gently stroking his tail. What an adorable little fox. How about being the mascot of my place? Huh? Kohaku took a step away in silence. I promise you a luxurious life. I'm good enough, thanks. Karuta flashed back in front of everyone, with her wrists moving lightly. The Hanafuda cards suspended in the air shifted into a new formation. Karuta leaned lazily atop the shelf, stacking card tower, looking at everyone. The Hanafuda card pending before Same transformed into a delicate blue flower, drifting down gracefully. Master Onmyoji, please take this flower as my first meeting gift. But if you lose to me, how about offering that cute fox to this place as a mascot? Oh my, isn't this the guest from last time who said this card would definitely turn the game around? Karuta looked at Sasuke. Now you come back with so many impressive figures. Taking lost memories back this time, too? Yes, again, I'm here to reclaim my memories. Of course. Karuta responded without hesitation. But last time, you said, yes, this is a Hanafuda house. Let's settle everything with our card skills. You lost your memory to me through Hanafuda cards, so you must use them to win it back. Since you've gone to such lengths to bring help, I'll make an exception this time. I shall allow you to play with me. Little fox, do you want to try first? Kohaku looked at Karuta with a suspicious eye. We accept this game. So, the wager is... The attendant suddenly stopped what they were doing and burst into laughter. How about A part of your memories. All of you. The music blasted, and the car tower beneath Karuta collapsed with a thunderous crash. But Karuta landed on the ground softly. Today's game begins now. Karuta scattered the Hanafuda cars into the air. The floor became soft, writhing like a serpent, as the illusion unfolded under Karuta's command. As everyone just sensed something off, they were instantly swallowed into the abyss of the constantly shifting cards. As the sensation of weightlessness took over, a girl's lullaby echoed into space. The edges of Hanafuda cards brushed past everyone's sleeves. Just before reaching the ground, everyone seemed to turn into dandelion seeds, floating gently and slowly down. As soon as they landed on the ground, thousands of Hanafuda cards bloomed into a vast flower field, disregarding the season. A dazzling rim unfolded around them. Kohaku, dazzled by the sight, couldn't wait any longer and leapt into the flower bushes. Although everyone had seen many strange sights, the scene before them still left them in awe. Hiromasa picked a flower. Behind each flower, a card pattern was embedded. All of them were transformed from Hanafuda cards. Kagura touched the flowers on the ground. They were so vibrant that they seemed unreal. Even their texture didn't feel like something genuine. A butterfly fluttered gracefully and landed on Kahaku's nose. Ouch! No one expected Kahaku's sneeze to blow out a boar, a deer, and a butterfly. The boar deer butterfly card is hidden inside the little fox's sneeze. Everyone, welcome to Varied Views. This is the realm I've created using cards. Our game will take place here. The game has 3 rounds. Round 1, and the mesmerizing world of Hanafuda cards. They're a lie, both the real and the fake. The one who finds the real cards in this world and forms the correct set the fastest will win. The rule is simple, no? No time should be wasted. I shall start. After speaking, Karuta vanished. Come with no sign, leave with no trace. It seemed we're already in Karuta's game. Let's move. As everyone walked deeper into this world, they carefully observed their surroundings. If we really lose, have you decided which memory you'll offer up? Memory? All the memories with you are so precious. Meeting Master Sene, playing with Kagura. If I really have to give one, I'll offer up the memory of the time I sneaked a bite of Master Hiromasa's peony pastry. You little one, I knew something was wrong with the pastry. Kagura, are there any memories you'd like to lose? Kagura thought for a moment, then shook her head. In the past, every single moment has been very precious to me. But don't you have any painful memories as well? But those are also moments when I was protected and helped. I want to hold on to the gratitude and the emotions I felt then, so I don't want to lose any of those. Though my life has been long, making my memories just as lengthy, it would be really difficult for me to part with any one of them. It's precisely because it's been so long that I can only rely on savoring memories to find the motivation to keep moving forward. It seems that everyone has a reason for not losing their memories. In that case, let's face Karuta's first round seriously. From what we've learned, as long as we form the correct set, we can clear this round. Sounds simple. My card skill isn't the best, but I remember the sets. Isn't this just testing the basics? Would Karuta be so kind? But the simpler it seems, the more likely it is to be tricky. Sasuke, when you played against her before, did you ever see something like this? Karuta's games are as unpredictable as the weather in April. Sometimes they are just card play, but other times they pull people into varied views. In varied views, the rules of each game vary, making it difficult to predict what will happen. If she can freely dictate the rules, doesn't that mean Karuta holds complete control over the result? True, but the golden leaf is attractive enough. Besides, she doesn't discriminate between joyful and painful memories. Some have even wagered their childhood events. It is said that there are 3 games in varied views, but most people fail to see through even the first. You are the only one among us who has played against Karuta before. Do you believe this game will follow such simple rules? According to her habits, the real and the fake must be the key. Exactly. In the realm, truth and falsehood intertwine and coexist. Telling them is the most basic hint. But everything before it is made up of Hanafuda elements. How can we tell what's real and what's fake? Every rule has a loophole. We just need to first figure out what defies the illusions here. As the group was discussing, a strange voice suddenly came from beside them. A young boy and girl stood facing each other, their bodies flickering between being real and illusory. The boy held half a sakura branch, while the girl shyly lowered her head. Are these shadows Karuta's tricks, too? With trembling hands, the boy extended the sakura branch. Please accept this winter sakura. I plucked it for you as a symbol of my feelings. Our bond is like this sakura. In the cold spring breeze, it blooms bravely against the wind. We too will endure hardships and flourish just like this flower. Yado, I will cherish it with all my heart. The girl held the flower in her hand. As they spoke, other voices from a different direction echoed through the air. There was another boy and girl who looked just the same as the others. I have been waiting under this tree since dawn, just to pluck this spring sakura with dew. It represents my feelings. Please keep it close to you. Whenever you see it, you will think of me and remember the pure sweet bond between us. Just like this sakura. But the girl stayed silent. Sorry, my heart belongs to someone else. The boy lowered his hand, and the flower he was holding fell to the ground. Another illusion. In this colorful world, everything appears harmless, but these illusions out of nowhere creates an eerie vibe. They don't feel like illusion, they seem real. Everything is real. It's just the past that Karuta has taken away. Past, so it was the wager lost to her? Winner takes gold leaf, loser offers memory. These memories are stored in varied views. So this Hanafuda realm is built from fragments of memories. Master Semet is truly smart. Such trick can't fool you. The game of busting lies has just begun. From a distance, they could hear Karuta's voice. She was sitting on a giant Hanafuda card descending from the sky. She bounced through the previously seen memories, and as she passed through them, they vanished, transforming into sakura flowers. Karuta held one in each hand. Words often have two sides. What people say is often just polite talk, while the truth is hidden inside. The same goes for memories. People tend to gild them, making them nicer than they really are. They bit the rotting winter wood, yet they believed it was the whole of spring. By deceiving oneself over and over, the real and the false get mixed together. Hard to tell them apart. So, what you've taken isn't just memory, but also the self-deception they willingly pledged. Lady Yabukuni has keen observation. Do you know? Karuta bent down and tapped Karaku's nose. Do you know how difficult it is to pick out the true memories from self-deceptive ones? Karuta spread open her arms, tilted her head, and blew a breath at the sakura in her left hand. In an instant, the flower disappeared. How could there be such vibrant sakura in the middle of winter? I shall take this cherry blossom of curtain card then. Karuta gently pinched the cherry blossom of curtain card between her two fingers. She smiled. There's not much time left. You better hurry up. The Hanafuda card that Karuta sat on disappeared once again. So the game is about finding the real memories that contain Hanafuda elements. Wait, if Karuta is taking the cherry blossom of curtain card, any combination including it is no longer viable to us. We must avoid any set relying on spring, sakura. How about Bordeer butterfly? As soon as Kaku entered this world, he sneezed a card set out. It has no sakura element and has a lower difficulty. In that case, why not split the team? It would save more time. Somewhere deep in the realm, my hand is only missing the chrysanthemum of cup. As long as I want, the game can end right now. But today's game is really interesting, so should I play longer with you? Karuta floated beside Hiromasa, not knowing when. You just want to disrupt me because you think my Hanafuda skill is lacking compared to them, don't you? You're looking for the clover with boar, right? A kind reminder, should you turn back and take a closer look. Pretending not to hear Karuta's words, Hiromasa stopped to carefully observe the memory illusions around him. This is a memory of a young boy walking through the forest. The boy, 6 or 7 years old, is looking down and kicking a pine cone. This was an ordinary memory, bet by a random player, but now it had become the key, determining the outcome of the game. Suddenly, the bushes rustled. The boy continued humming, an off-key tune, not even turning back when his clothes were caught by thorns. A human soldier-like monster suddenly leapt out of the bushes, but the boy showed no reaction, still humming and walking as if nothing had happened. The attention of that monster shifted from the boy to Karuta and Hiromasa. Seeing the monster, Karuta was surprised too. Showed up again, Hanafuda sentinel. Karuta narrowly dodged the attack, which was filled with a cold gleam. This eviction order is truly underhanded. Are you trying to use the monster to drive us away? It is beyond my control. Karuta spun her body and narrowly avoided another wave of attacks. However, while dodging, the safety charm on her chest was lifted by inertia and nearly caught by the monster's sharp claws. How dare you! Karuta quickly drew her flower view saber from her cards and cut the monster's hands off. Unconcerned about everything else, she placed the safety charm in her palm, examining it carefully. Okay, you are all right. After taking care of the safety charm, Karuta's face showed clear signs of anger. There are important guests here, yet you still choose to cause trouble. If you don't listen, you'll have to face the consequences. When Karuta swung her flower view saber towards the monster, the creature transformed into the boy's form, the innocent face now twisted into a grin full of sharp fangs. A magical arrow pierced through the monster's skull. The creature turned into sand and vanished. Hitomasa lowered his bow. His face was calm. You seem distracted in your own game. To ensure the fairness of the game, could you please tell me what that theme was? If I say I don't know, would you believe me, Master Hitomasa? They rarely appear. They are like disharmony in this Hanafuda realm. It's beyond my control and a little destructive. That wasn't just a little. So, there are things in your realm that you can't control. Sounds awful, but true. I guess I don't know where they come from or what they're here for. But I gave them a name, Hanafuda Sentinel. Cool name, right? By the way, thanks for your arrow, Master Hitomasa. Just a reminder, it seems like you don't have enough time to search for the next memory, though. Who says I'm going to search? Hitomasa spread his hand, and on it fluttered a butterfly. It transformed into a Hanafuda card, peony with butterfly. Although the illusion earlier wasn't clear, the boy had been holding on to this butterfly the entire time. He had probably wandered into the forest while chasing it. Karuta was momentarily stunned, then burst into laughter. How interesting! They say that the Minamoto young master's arrow never missed its mark, but who would have thought that his gaze would pierce even the finest details? You spend much time secluded in your place, dedicating yourself to mastering cards, so you may not know. An archer must see even a strand of hair in the distance. I shall let you win this round. A Hanafuda card flew forward, and Karuta fell into the card, disappearing without a trace. Master Hitomasa, you finally come back. Did you find it? Huh? Sure. Great, the set is complete. Yes, let's give them to Sasuke. Thank you. The moment Sasuke took the card, it transformed into a boar, a deer, and a butterfly. They dashed forward to a gate made of Hanafuda cards risen from the ground and entered. The entrance to the next round of the game is now open. No time to waste, let's move. By the way, did you see any strange monster when you were looking for the cards? Monster? No, I only saw strange memories. This realm is unusually peaceful. Even Karuta herself made mistakes. Anyway, this place isn't as peaceful as it seems. We should stay alert. Actually, I have a question. When looking for the cards, I found it suspicious that the memories lost to Karuta are all mundane moments, uneventful, days spent doing laundry, the frustration of breaking a teacup, the melancholy of sitting alone by a solitary lamp. Why would losing such ordinary memories make someone unsettled? But the memories I lost is as if my heart and soul were hollowed out. I really want to understand why. I've sought many ways to figure it out. I've tried treating it as an unusual illness, or lost myself in alcoholism to numb the pain, but none has solved the root of the problem. I thought that discarding the memories I didn't want would be a good thing, but I never expected it to bring me even deeper pain. There must be something within those memories, something else we haven't discovered or seen yet. I lost hope of ever defeating Karuta, but now, with the fortunate help of all of you, what if we lose to this time? Then I will try again. What I have is an unwavering determination that cannot be defeated. I've witnessed many people who continuously challenge Karuta, only to eventually give up. I will not be one of them. Great, we will help you.